Hello students, welcome to yet another amazing session of Sprint 9 2021 Weathering the Storm in Ersama. I hope you have already visited the Umang series and also the other channel where I have explained the entire chapter, guys. If you haven't, then please do visit that first and then come to the Sprint 9 session. So in this session, we are going to discuss the 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks and 5 marks question. And by now, I guess you all know the schedule. We are going to end on 3rd Feb with the beggar. And physics is already over, chemistry over. Math is going to continue again till 3rd of Feb. And bio is till 31st of January. And SST is also going to continue till 3rd Feb. Alright, so please do hit the like button, also share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And this is, guys, this is a quote that I want to share with you, a beautiful quote. Please try and relate this quote with the chapter that you're going to do right now. Individually, we are each one color. Together, we make a rainbow. That means talking about unity, right? So whenever we face any obstacle, any challenging situation, if we are unified, we will be definitely able to overcome that challenge, right? So individually we are one color, but when we get united, we make a rainbow. We beautify that, right? So unity is going to lead to, beautification of anything, be it a situation, be it any other thing, it is going to make it beautiful, right? So with that thought in our mind, we will be moving towards the homework question first. Okay, so this is the answer to the homework question. If you have not been able to frame, guys, then this is what you can refer to. And now we will be starting with the very first question. Okay, bacha buddy? In the evening, a dark and menacing storm quickly gathered. Winds beat against the houses with speed and fury that Prashanth had never witnessed before. So this is the passage, and let's move to the very first question. Which is the evening that has been referred to here? The evening referred in the passage is a casual evening in Ersama, on which Prashanth's mother died. The evening Prashanth went to Ersama to spend a day with his friend, and 2 strangers were nomads. What is the correct answer, guys? Please let me know in the chat box. Very, very simple, guys. Very simple. Yes, so of course, it is the evening when Prashanth went to Ersama to spend a day with his friend. And there, this calamity suddenly began. Okay. Next question is, what caused to raise winds? A volcanic eruption on the nearby island caused the wind to raise. Okay. An earthquake, a tsunami, or a cyclone? Very, very simple. I hope you have already given the answer, guys. Yes, it is a cyclone, right? So cyclone on its way, right? Last is, find a word which means the same as dangerous. So this is a vocabulary based question, guys. So let's do it carefully. Beat, menace, fury, or none of the above. Very, very, very simple. Yes, it is menace. Guys, please do find out the meaning of the word fury as well. This is your homework, okay? Find the meaning of the word fury. Use this. This is meaning and sentence. Okay? So this is an exercise to increase your vocabulary. This will help you a lot, okay? And you know the meaning of menace by now. It is dangerous. So what you have to do as your homework is use this in sentence. Right? Post it in the comment section so that I can see how many of you have done the homework. Alright, guys. So this was all for the extract based questions. Give me a quick high five, those of you who have got all the answers correct. Moving ahead, we will move to the short answer type questions. The subjective part is going to begin right now. How long did the cyclone last and how did Prashanth and his friend's family spend the stormy night? Very, very simple. The cyclone continued for almost 36 hours. Now, this is a complete textual question, guys. So, don't miss this fact. 36 hours. Do not mess it up, okay? They spent the night sitting on the roof of the house in the open because water had filled the filled into the house. So stormy night, how was it spent? Of course, on the roof of the house, right? Third question, how long did Prashant stay at his friend's house? Where were the thoughts that, sorry, what were the thoughts that kept disturbing him? Okay, so he stayed at his friend's house for 2 or more days. The only thought that kept disturbing him was whether his family had survived the calamity or if he was going to lose his loved ones once again. Okay, and it is advisable that what you do is you make separate paragraphs for these two questions, because you have two questions, right? So how long did he stay at Prashant's friend's house? This would be in one sentence. You can write this is for 2 marks, so 1 mark for each question. So yeah, one sentence would be enough. And then this make it a separate, I mean make a separate paragraph for the next question. So that would be very, very easy for the examiner also. So it would be clearly defining your answer, and you will get complete 2 out of 2. So presentation also matters, right? So do that, guys. And the next part is the 3 marks questions. Why did Prashant's heart sink on reaching his village? So what are the points that you can add, guys? Please do let me know in the chat box. Okay, so his heart sank on seeing the extent of damage that his village had sustained. He saw only the remains of the roof of his house in the place of his house. Okay, so what was there? Only the roof. There was no house. Some of the family belongings were caught in the nearby branches of trees. His family was nowhere to be seen. So that is the reason why his heart sank on reaching the village. Right? So seeing at the terrible condition of his entire village, his heart sank, right? Terrible situation or terrible condition, whatever. Right? Next is, how did Prashant's wounded spirit heal? So here you have to basically talk about all the work that he did, right? So let us have a look. It healed because he was so busy making sure that the victims were taken care of by various government agencies and NGOs that he had no time to worry about his own loss and pain, right? So he was taking care of the victims. So he was he was so busy in that. He was busy in caring for others, okay, taking care of the victims. Which victims? The victims of the cyclone, right? So he was involved with various government agencies, various NGOs. So uh, he was so engrossed, okay, so he was so engrossed in helping others to recover from the trauma, okay, that he had no time to worry about his own loss and pain. So that that helping of the others, caring for the others, actually kind of healed his own wound, right? So guys, I hope you are enjoying the session. If you want to join us further, guys, gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks, you can visit the link in the description box, and you can avail unlimited live classes with fun and high level quizzes. You can compete with the students throughout the world, and you can have interactive replays with live quizzes and leaderboards. You can download the handwritten notes of the master teachers, and in class doubt solving. This is the best part, because we have our class teachers, guys, who will solve your doubts in the class live, okay, with assignments, tests. Yes, and guys, you can also avail free 5,000 plus micro courses and crash courses for competitive exams, that too in less price. So yes, please do visit the link. Use the coupon code SWRPRO, and this is the price that you can get the course at. So 11 rupees per class for a month and 12 rupees per class till March 21. So guys, let's continue. Let's continue our session. Don't forget to visit the link in the description box and use the coupon code SWRPRO. ठीक है बच्चावाड़ी. So let's move ahead with the 5-mark questions now. How has Prashant, a teenager, been able to help the people of his village? Prashant took over the responsibility of leading the village. Now, this is a very important question because this is what the entire story revolves around, right? How did he help the other villagers to come out of that trauma, to recover from the traumatic situation? He was instrumental in organizing the survivors into groups to cook, clean, and rebuild the village from scratch. He supervised the building of shelters and made sure that people who were wounded and injured received adequate medical help. So this is talking about the leadership qualities of Prashant. He had great leadership qualities. He was a very young boy, but still he showcased great leadership skills, right? He also made sure that the orphans and widows were not packed off to impersonal foster care at government institution, but resettled them in their own community, in new foster families made up of widows taking care of the orphans. He also organized cricket matches and other sports events to bring some joy into the lives of the children, and persuaded the women to work in the Food for Work program started by an NGO. So these are, the different steps taken by Prashant, which also shows his intelligence, okay, his organization skills, okay, right, and of course his leadership skills, which we have already talked about. Okay, last question that we will have to go through is, why did Prashant and the other volunteers resist the plan? This is also very important question, okay? You can expect these questions in your paper. To set up institution for orphans and widows. Why did they not set up separate institutions for orphans and the widows? What alternatives did they consider? Now, this is showing his great sensibility. Okay, sensibility. Okay, sensibility and presence of mind as well. Right? Yeah. And he was also, it also shows his maturity. And leadership skills is, of course, a point which we have already mentioned. So the Prashant and the other volunteers were aware of the stigma attached to being sent to government institution and the loneliness. So basically it is because of the loneliness that the widows would have to suffer there. Similarly, the orphans also would have to live a life away from their roots at the mercy of the people who would not be sensitive to their emotional needs. As I told you, sensibility along with that being sensitive. So he was very sensitive to the emotions of these children as well as the widows. To solve this problem, they came up with a brilliant idea. So this speaks about his intelligence, as I told you. Or you can say presence of mind, right? That, of creating foster families where childless widows would care for the orphan children, thereby fulfilling their mutual emotional needs. So they would also get mothers, and, the widows would also get, everybody would get everyone, and they would be having a family, right? So foster families. So that is what, is talking about togetherness. Togetherness is better than, solitary or, loneliness. So staying in loneliness would definitely make that trauma even, more, it would intensify the trauma, right? So he thought about, making them together. So therefore, foster family was a better alternative that was selected by Prashant and the other volunteers, right? So as I began the session with the word called unity, the word called togetherness, right? So if we are unified, if we are together, we can fight against all odds, and that is what Prashant has also clearly shown us, right? So you can refer to the quote as well, right, if you want to. Okay. So guys, we have all completed the 1 mark questions, 2 marks, 3 marks, and 5 marks questions. So more or less, I guess now you're confident enough to also write this answer as your homework. Do you think Prashant is a good leader? Do you think young people can get together to help people during natural calamities? So please do write this answer and post your answers in the comment section. Okay, and the next session is going to be on the last leave. Do not miss that out, guys. So please visit the link in the description box, use the coupon code SWRPRO, and this is the uh, thing that you have to do. Yes, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Till then, guys, bye bye, take care, see you again in the next class.